Okay, let us talk about citizenship in India. So this will cover Article 5 to 11. What is the meaning of citizenship? तो citizenship होता क्या है? Okay, citizenship होता क्या है? So citizenship, it refers to the legal recognition of a person as a member of a sovereign state, granting them specific rights, privileges and duty. तो देखिए, अगर आप एक क्लब है, ओके, लेट अस से देयर इज अ क्लब and you become a member of it, okay, so you get some privileges that you can come to the club, you can eat in the club, you can drink in the club, but you also have some duties, like you have to wear a polo shirt, you have to wear you cannot wear slippers, something like that. उसी तरीके से आप ऐसे समझिए कि इंडिया एक क्लब है, इंडिया इज ए क्लब, ओके। सो इंडिया जो है, okay, India, when you get a citizenship, it is like a membership to this club. You get certain privileges like you get in a club. Privileges are rights, okay, you get rights, you get protection, you get security, okay, you get consular access if you get stuck abroad, something like that. And there are certain duties you have to perform like paying taxes, okay, respecting the law. All right, so जैसे एक क्लब का membership होता है, in the very similar manner, in a very very similar manner, India is also a club and citizenship is its membership. Okay. So in India, citizenship is governed by Part 2 of the Constitution and the Citizenship Act of 1955. So why I am saying that, okay, Constitution article is already there. What is the need for Citizenship Act? Can anybody tell me quickly? Already there are articles 5 to 11. So why do we need a Citizenship Act? द रीजन इज दैट द पार्लियामेंट जो है हमारी, उसको डेलीगेट किया गया है पावर. सो पावर हैज बीन डेलीगेटेड टू द पार्लियामेंट बाय द कंस्टिट्यूएंट असेंबली दैट ओके वी आर गोइंग टू गिव यू सर्टेन प्रोविजंस and then you elaborate on that via a statutory law. Okay, so who is a citizen? A citizen is a person who fulfills the condition laid down in the constitution and the laws of the land. कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में 5 से 11 के बीच में, लॉज ऑफ द लैंड में, सिटीजनशिप एक्ट 1955. And citizenship has certain exclusive rights, like you can vote, you can purchase agriculture land, you can run for constitutional positions, you can run for elections, okay. And non-citizens have limited rights, okay. As a citizens you are granted full rights, okay. राइट्स अवेलेबल टू सिटीजन इन इंडिया क्या क्या होते हैं, जो कि दे आर नॉट अवेलेबल टू फॉरेनर्स? उसमें राइट अगेंस्ट डिस्क्रिमिनेशन, तो हम डिस्क्रिमिनेट कर सकते हैं, वी कैन डिस्क्रिमिनेट अगेंस्ट पीपल ऑन द इफ दे आर फॉरेनर्स. हम ये कह सकते हैं कि जो है यहां पर क्या बोल रहे हैं, ग्राउंड्स ऑफ प्लेस ऑफ बर्थ है. सो प्लेस ऑफ बर्थ इज ओनली एप्लीकेबल विद इन द यूनियन. मतलब यूनियन में इट डजेंट मैटर वेयर यू आर बोर्न, बट इफ यू आर अ फॉरेनर योर प्लेस ऑफ बर्थ मैटर्स, and that is why article 15 is only available for the citizens. Then equality of opportunity in public employment. So public employment में भी अगर आप देखिएगा, so यूपीएससी का फॉर्म भरा होगा आपने, you have to fill the form of UPSC. In there you have to select, are you a citizen of India? Yes, I am a citizen of India. Are you a citizen of any other country? You're not a citizen of India. No, thank you, you cannot fill. Right to vote, Article 326, only citizen can vote in election. Right to contest elections, only citizens can run for MP, MLA and local body. Right to hold constitutional positions, only citizens can do. Right to protection from deportation, so foreigners can be deported, but Indian citizens cannot be expelled from India. So अभी जो देखा ये सबसे रेलेवेंट है. अमेरिका से जो है दुनकी वाले जो हमारे भाई आए थे, so people who came back from America on the American C-17 aircraft, so these people, can they be sent, okay, can they be sent to let us say Indonesia? No, they are our own people. इसीलिए उनको जो है यहाँ पर इंडिया में रखा गया है, उनको डीब्रीफ करके they have been sent back to their home, okay. Then rights available to both citizens and non-citizen. what are the rights which are available to both? So there are fundamental rights like right to equality. So suppose a foreigner has committed a murder, so he will get the same penalty as that of an Indian. ऐसा नहीं होगा कि फॉरेनर है तो उसको 10 साल ज्यादा जेल होगी या 10 साल कम जेल होगी. ओके. Then right to life and personal liberty, Article 21, protect against arbitrary state action. Then right to freedom of religion they get right against exploitation. So suppose if the state is rescuing some people who are bonded laborers, so bonded laborers जो हैं उसमें अगर ये देखेंगे कि 4 बांग्लादेशी हैं तो उनको भी बचा लिया जाएगा. ओके. सो दे ऑल्सो गेट प्रोटेक्शन अगेंस्ट बेगार एंड बॉन्डेड लेबर्स. ठीक है. Then right to constitutional remedy, it is also available to the foreigners, but only for the rights which are available to them. Now, who are the friendly aliens and the enemy aliens? अब यहां पर हम देखते हैं. So aliens are the people who are not Indian citizen. First of all, alien का मतलब होता है foreigner. उसमें जो है दो टाइप के एलियंस होते हैं फॉरेनर्स. एक होते हैं फ्रेंडली एलियंस. दे आर सिटीजन ऑफ कंट्री दैट हैव पीसफुल रिलेशंस विद इंडिया and they get most of the rights except the rights which are reserved for the citizen. Then we have enemy alien. So these are the people, they are the citizens of country with which India is at war. Okay. And their rights can be restricted by the Indian government. Example, if India is at war with China, the Chinese citizens in India will be considered enemy aliens and they may face legal restrictions, surveillance or expulsion from India. Okay. सो कंसेप्ट ऑफ सिंगल सिटीजनशिप क्या है? अच्छा, अभी तक कोई डाउट है आप लोगों को? यहां तक किसी को कोई डाउट है? यस और नो? कोई डाउट नहीं है. एनिमी एलियंस और फ्रेंडली एलियंस समझ में आ गया. ओके. कंसेप्ट ऑफ सिंगल सिटीजनशिप की बात करते हैं. सो इंडिया फॉलोज द कंसेप्ट ऑफ सिंगल सिटीजनशिप, मीनिंग ए पर्सन इज ओनली ए सिटीजन ऑफ इंडिया रिगार्डलेस ऑफ विच स्टेट दे बिलोंग टू. सो हमारे पास क्या है, याद रखिएगा, वी हैव सिंगल सिटीजनशिप and single domicile. Okay. Single citizenship and single domicile state है हम. And the constitution does not provide for a state specific citizenship unlike USA. USA में you are both citizen of the state you belong to as well as you are citizen of United States of America. Why does India have single citizenship? So national unity and integrity. It avoids regionalism and separatism that could arise from dual citizenship. So initially कल भी हमने बात की थी, why do we have single citizenship? So that we can promote the feeling of brotherhood and national unity. And it ensures equal rights across all states. मतलब क्या होता है? So what happens is that suppose there is a state in USA called Ohio. And if you want to vote in Ohio, you have to be a citizen of Ohio as well as USA. So you have to be a resident citizen of Ohio या citizen of Ohio simply. अगर आप citizen of Ohio नहीं है, then you cannot vote in Ohio. Whereas in India, what happens? Suppose I get transferred to Arunachal tomorrow. I am in a job. I get transferred to Arunachal. So what happens then? उस केस में क्या होगा? उस केस में ये होगा that I will be able to vote in Arunachal elections as well as Delhi elections or as well as Goa elections or as well as Andaman elections. Okay. So कहीं पर भी मैं जाऊं, so I can basically vote. All right. Preventing discrimination between states. So ये जो single citizenship है, a person from one state can live and work freely in any other state, and it prevents states from treating migrants unfairly. So suppose we have a concept of citizenship in states, what is going to happen? Suppose some people they come from outside, so then there will be a lot of discrimination. Okay. So इसीलिए single citizenship, and this is inspired by the British model of single citizenship. UK does not have separate English, Scottish or Welsh citizenship. All of them have a British citizenship. The Scots and the Welsh and the English, they have British passport. Okay. So single citizenship में only Indian citizenship is there. USA में you are a citizen of state as well as the country, and state specific rights में there is no state based citizenship. whereas in USA there is laws of each state, there is taxation law and there is rights. इंडिया में क्या होता है? इंडिया में बहुत ध्यान से समझिएगा कि आपका जो इनकम टैक्स है, इज इट डिफरेंट इन डिफरेंट स्टेट्स? इनकम टैक्स, लेट अस से इन अमेरिका देयर इज अ थिंग दैट टेक्सास में 10% है, तो कैलिफोर्निया में 20% है, बट इंडिया में क्या है? व्हाट इज दिस देयर इन इंडिया? वन वन टैक्स. ओके, जीएसटी इज ऑल्सो सेम एंड इनकम टैक्स इज ऑल्सो सेम. ओके, whereas in America it is different for every state. Voting rights, so citizens they can vote in any states. Like, I suppose I become an IS officer and I was in Delhi for some time, then I got transferred to Ladakh, so I can vote in Delhi as well as Ladakh. I don't need to be a citizen of Delhi or citizen of Ladakh to vote in the election. Why? Because there is no concept of citizenship. Whereas in America, the voters must be residents of their state. Government job में central and state jobs, they are open to all citizens, whereas some jobs require state residency in USA. ओके, यहां पर भी जो है इंडिया में कुछ जॉब्स जो है एकदम माइन्यूट केसेस में वी सी दैट रेसिडेंस स्टेटस इज रिक्वायर्ड, स्पेशली फॉर आंध्र प्रदेश दे हैव अलाउड, बट इन मेजॉरिटी ऑफ द केसेस, 99% ऑफ द केसेस व्हाट हैपेंस, हम जो है, मैं जाके गुजरात पीसीएस बैठ सकता हूं कि नहीं? ओके, क्या मैं गुजरात पीसीएस में बैठ सकता हूं? मैं बैठ सकता हूं गुजरात पीसीएस में. तो स्टेट्स अब क्या कर रही हैं? What the states are doing? I can go and sit in Kerala PCS. I can go and sit in Haryana PCS. I can go and sit in Rajasthan PCS. So states are introducing language. आपका पूरा का पूरा पेपर जो है गुजराती में कर दिया. So unless and until you don't know Gujarati, you cannot sit. Okay. Yes, एंग्लो इंडियन जो था उनका प्रोविजन अब हटा दिया गया है. ओके, उनका उनके लिए भी पहले प्रोविजंस था. पर्पस क्या है? इट दे मेंटेन नेशनल यूनिटी इन इंडिया, whereas it grants state autonomy within the US federal system. Can Indian states discriminate against non-residents? That is the question. So as per Article 16 Clause 2, please याद रखिएगा, no Indian citizen can be denied public employment based on their place of birth or residence. This is creating problem. Why this is creating problem? Because many Hindi speaking people, they are, they used to go to Maharashtra and they used to get the jobs. They used to go to Gujarat and they used to get the jobs. So what happens is that many states, they are now circumventing this fact. They are saying that ठीक है, फॉर्म भरिए, आप जो है फॉर्म भरिए, you fill the form, that is fine for us, but what else we are going to do is we are going to introduce mandatory local language paper. So local language in majority cases किसको आता है? Who can read or write? They can only, okay, they can only write who are the natives. Abhi, what had happened was, one of your fellow student, they wanted to give a Gujarat PCS examination for a Group B position, and they are from Gujarat. Okay, they are proper Gujarati. So what happened was that this person, they looked into the paper and it was in Gujarati, and the funny fact was that she can speak Gujarati but she doesn't know how to write Gujarati. Okay, so ये जो है बड़ा एक इंटरेस्टिंग चीज हो गई थी कि ये जो स्टेट्स का एक नया चीज आया है, दैट वी विल, ओके, वी आर गोइंग टू इंट्रोड्यूस द लैंग्वेज पेपर. उसके वजह से बहुत सारे पीपल ऑफ द स्टेट्स आर ऑल्सो सफरिंग. वाई? बिकॉज आजकल क्या होता है, ओके, आजकल क्या होता है कि हिंदी जो है और इंग्लिश वही चलता है. इफ सपोज यू हैव रेड इन केंद्रीय विद्यालय, सो यू आर मोर कंफर्टेबल विथ हिंदी. आई नो अ गाई who is a Malayali, speaks flawless Malayalam, but he cannot write in Malayalam. So in UPSC, he has taken the Hindi compulsory paper. Okay, because he has read in Kendriya Vidyalaya. So this type की इस type की चीजें भी होती है. So there are some exceptions where states can impose restrictions. तो वो exceptions हम देखेंगे. Special provisions for Jammu Kashmir had existed, but these were before 2019, and only JNK permanent residents could buy land. Only JNK residents could get government job, and non-JNK Indians could not settle freely in the state. Okay. So, I had a relative in 2015-16, he used to prepare for government jobs. And, whenever used to people ask him कि आज अभी किसकी तैयारी कर रहे हो, तो he used to say JNK PCS. And that time JNK, he was not a resident of JNK, he was a resident of Jharkhand. ओके, तो अब मेरे को लगता है कितना फ्रॉड बनाता था, बिकॉज बिफोर 2019 यू कुड नॉट अप्लाई फॉर द JNK गवर्नमेंट जॉब. So after Article 370 was removed, JNK lost its special rights, and any Indian citizen cannot now buy land or apply for jobs in JNK. So special provision for other states की हम बात करते हैं. So some states have special protection under Article 371 and other constitutional provision. तो ये याद रखिएगा 371 में there are special protections which have been accorded. और examples क्या है? नागालैंड का 371A. So only Nagas can own land in some areas which are tribal dominated. So देखिए Nagaland has a very very brutal history because inter-tribal conflicts used to be very high. Okay, so head hunting tribes you must have heard. तो इसीलिए नागालैंड में जो है टू मेंटेन पीस बिटवीन द डिफरेंट ट्राइब्स, हमने क्या किया कि ओनली नागास कैन ओन लैंड इन सर्टेन एरियाज एंड स्पेशल लैंड एंड रिलीजियस प्रोटेक्शन फॉर नागास हैव बीन ग्रांटेड. मिजोरम आर्टिकल 371G. So land ownership is restricted to local Mizo people only. Himachal Pradesh, land ownership is restricted to protect the local community. Arunachal Pradesh, so non-Arunachali Indians, they need an inner line permit to enter. तो अगर आपको अरुणाचल जाना है, you have to go to the अरुणाचल भवन in New Delhi, और वहां से जो है आपको ILP लेना है, या आजकल ऑनलाइन भी हो गया है, so that you can get. आंध्र प्रदेश, तेलंगाना, कर्नाटक एंड महाराष्ट्र, so state government jobs, especially the lower government jobs, they are reserved for the local residents in some cases. Article 19 clause 5, right to freedom of movement restrictions. So Article 19 clause 5 क्या कहता है? As a citizen you can move freely across India, but some states they have special permission for land purchase and residency. उसके साथ साथ there are reasonable restrictions on you as well. What are these reasonable restrictions? Public order, morality, okay, and health of the population. So उसमें क्या है? Okay, order मतलब देर इज सम, मणिपुर है, जैसे जैसे मणिपुर है, वहां पर क्या हो रहा है, सिक्योरिटी सिचुएशन खराब है, तो गवर्नमेंट कैन से डोंट कम. ओके, उसके बाद एक और केस है प्रोस्टिट्यूट्स का. तो प्रोस्टिट्यूट्स को क्या था, बॉम्बे हाईकोर्ट ने क्या कहा कि HIV एड्स जो है वो फैले नहीं, उसके लिए द मूवमेंट कैन बी रिस्ट्रिक्शंस. ओके, द मूवमेंट कैन बी रिस्ट्रिक्टेड. उसके साथ साथ और क्या सिचुएशन है, मोरालिटी. ऑलराइट, सपोज यू आर गोइंग टू सम एरिया जहां ट्राइबल्स रहते हैं, और वहां पर जाके यू आर ब्रिंगिंग फिल्थ, यू आर मॉकिंग देयर कल्चर, सो यू कैन बी रिमूव फ्रॉम दैट एरिया. ओके, सो हम जो है, आई थिंक वी आर कंप्लीट विद दिस. आर्टिकल 5 to 11 विच आर प्रेजेंट इन द इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, उसकी बात करते हैं. सो आर्टिकल 5 to 11 इट इज देयर इन पार्ट 2. तो ये इंपॉर्टेंट है पार्ट 2 जानना. And these provisions, they were drafted only for the time of commencement of the constitution, and this has the power to regulate acquisition and termination of citizenship after 1950 when we became a republic. So Citizenship Act of 1955 was enacted to define further rules. So constitution का जो article है 5 to 11, this basically 5 to 11, this is brief. डिटेल कहां पर है, सिटीजनशिप एक्ट में. ओके, सो वी विल रीड अबाउट फर्स्ट 5 to 11 आर्टिकल. So Article 5, it talks about the citizenship at the commencement of the constitution. So who was considered a citizen of India on 26 January 1950? So a person who was born in India or any princely states before 26 January 1950. A person whose parents were residents in India, जो इंडिया में रिसाइड कर रहे थे. either of the person's parent was born in India and they were residing in India, that was an Indian citizen. And any ordinary residence in India, so person had resided in India for at least 5 years before 26 January 1950. मतलब from, अगर आप 26 जनवरी 1945 के पहले से इंडिया में रह रहे हैं, doesn't matter whatever your ethnicity, caste, creed is, class is, you can be considered for Indian citizenship. Okay, so this provision was only applicable at the time of independence. Later it got changed. Okay. And it gave automatic citizenship to most people who were residing in India. Then Article 6, it talks about the citizenship for migrants from Pakistan. So who was granted Indian citizenship? Migrants who came before 19th July 1948. So if a person from Pakistan to India, they migrated from Pakistan to India before 19 July 1948, they were granted citizenship if they had resided in India only after the migration. Migrants who came after 19 July 1946, if they had applied for citizenship. Okay. पहले क्या था? देखिए, दो टाइप ऑफ माइग्रेंट्स थे पाकिस्तान से. पाकिस्तान से हमारा पार्टीशन 1947 में हो चुका था. And these people, they had started to, Hindus and the Sikhs, they had started to come from the areas of Punjab and Bengal. So what had happened was, these people अगर पहले आ गए थे 19 जुलाई 1948 से, if they had come before 19 July 1948, they would get automatic citizenship if they were residing in India. But if they came after 19 July 1948, they had to apply for citizenship and they needed to register with the Indian government that they want to stay in India. Okay. Why? देखिए, आपका आंसर आ ही गया. Somebody asked, okay, 19 July 1948, because this was the date when the permit system for migration between India and Pakistan was introduced. Is it clear? देखिए, बहुत मार काट हुई, many people they died, और उसके बाद इंडिया एंड पाकिस्तान जो है, they basically came together and they said that we will establish a permit system, and people who want to come, they can come to India, and people who want to go from India, they can go. Okay. So this ensured controlled migration after partition. Then we come to Article 7, rights of people who migrated to India, Pakistan and return. तो होता क्या है? Many people, they had regrets. उछल उछल के चले गए पाकिस्तान, वहां पर देखा कि सिचुएशन खराब है. एक आदमी थे जोगेंद्र नाथ मंडल साहब जो हैं, ही बिकेम द फर्स्ट लॉ मिनिस्टर ऑफ पाकिस्तान. बहुत उछल के मुस्लिम लीग की तरफ गए थे. ही वॉज अ दलित. एंड द मोमेंट पाकिस्तान बिकेम इंडिपेंडेंट, ओके, सो उनकी जो है सितारे गर्दिश में चले गए. व्हाट हैड हैपेंड वाज ही स्टार्टेड टू गेट, देखिए, कास्ट सिस्टम, it was still fresh in the memory of the Muslim converts. So the Muslim converts, they still practiced the caste system. They knew that they were Rajputs, they were Jats, they were Brahmins, something like this. So हुआ क्या? JN मंडल साहब को जो है ट्रीट बेकार किया गया वहां पर. JN मंडल साहब रिटर्न टू इंडिया, and then what happened? He died as a, he died in a very poor condition. So if a person migrated to Pakistan after 1st March 1947, they lost their Indian citizenship. However, if they later returned to India under a special permit, they could regain citizenship. तो उनको क्या चाहिए था? अगर आप पाकिस्तान चले गए कुदरत का निजाम बनाने, लेकिन वहां पर आपने देखा कि यहाँ कुदरत का निजाम नहीं बन रहा है और मेरी दाल नहीं गल रही है, आई वॉन्ट टू गो बैक टू इंडिया, सो यू हैड टू रिक्वेस्ट the Indian government for a special permit. Okay. And some Muslims who moved to Pakistan later wanted to return to India. क्यों? Because they were called muhajirs. उनको जो है मुहाजिरीन कह के और दुत्कारा गया. उनको तो कहा गया कि तुम जो है उस असली पाकिस्तान के बाशिंदे नहीं हो. Who is a famous muhajirin? A famous muhajirin is Parvez Musharraf. Okay. A famous muhajirin is Parvez Musharraf who went from Delhi. Okay. So बहुत सारे जो है यूपी बिहार के मुसलमान गए थे पाकिस्तान में, लेकिन वहां पर उनको मुहाजिरीन कह के दुत्कारा गया. So they were allowed to do so only if the Indian government permitted them to apply for citizenship. अगर इंडियन गवर्नमेंट अलाउ करती है, ठीक है, इंडियन गवर्नमेंट सेड दैट कि सुबह का भूला अगर शाम को घर आ जाए तो उसे भूला नहीं कहते. Article 8, citizenship for people of Indian origin living abroad. So who was eligible? A person of Indian origin living outside India before 26 January 1950 was given citizenship if they were born in India or had Indian ancestry. They were registered as a citizen by an Indian diplomatic office abroad. तो यहां पर क्या है कि देखिए बहुत सारे इंडियंस जो है कीनिया में रह रहे थे बिकॉज दे फॉलोड द ब्रिटिशर्स. मेनी पीपल दे वेर इन उगांडा, मेनी पीपल दे वेर इन मॉरिशस. सो इंडियन डायस्पोरा वाज आल्सो स्ट्रांग. सो अगर आप बाहर रह रहे हैं और आपका इंडिया में आपकी बर्थ भी हुई है और आपकी इंडियन एंसेस्ट्री है या आपके पेरेंट्स या ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स इंडियन थे, सो आप जो है किसी भी नियरेस्ट इंडियन डिप्लोमेटिक ऑफिस में जाके, कॉन्सुलेट या एम्बेसी में जाके वहां पर जो है अपने आप को रजिस्टर करा सकते थे. ओके, ऑल राइट. एंड दिस इज ओनली फॉर बिफोर 26 जनवरी 1950. ओके. And this gave a way for Indians living in foreign countries to claim Indian citizenship. This was especially a boom for the Girmitiyas. Girmitiyas, who were the Girmitiyas? They were the indentured laborers. Okay. ठीक है. आर्टिकल 9 की हम बात करते हैं. So voluntary acquisition of foreign citizenship. What happens if an Indian citizen takes another country's citizenship? ये बताता है आर्टिकल 9. So अगर देखिए हमारा है सिंगल सिटीजनशिप, वी डू नॉट अलाउ डुअल सिटीजनशिप. If a person voluntarily acquire the citizenship of another country, you will automatically lose your Indian citizenship. If an Indian moved to US and became a US citizenship, automatic termination of Indian citizenship will happen. Continuation of citizenship की बात करते हैं. So all citizens who were granted citizenship under Article 5 to 9, they continued to be citizens unless Parliament made a law stating otherwise. Okay. So 5 to 9, it immediately gave in 1950, it immediately made a group of people as citizen. उसके बाद पार्लियामेंट पे छोड़ा गया that further if you want to do anything, you can do so under Article 10 and you can basically make your own law. So this gave Parliament the power to make further laws. इसी से जो है citizenship, ये जो एक्ट है of 1955, it had come. Okay, so it ensured that the citizen status of people was secure even after the constitution came into force. So successively क्या हुआ है, क्या सिटीजनशिप लेना आसान हुआ है या डिफिकल्ट हो गया है? 1950 के कंपैरिजन में टुडे इन 2025, 75 years later, what is the situation? Is it easier to get citizenship or is it tougher? It has become tougher to get citizenship. Okay. Parliament's power to make citizenship law, Article 11. So Parliament was given the power to regulate citizenship, and this allowed India to define who can become a citizenship, which they have done under the Citizenship Amendment Act 1955. Then create laws for the acquisition, termination, and renunciation of citizenship. Also change citizenship policies as needed. Okay. तो इसके लिए जो है सिटीजनशिप एक्ट बनाया गया था ऑफ 1955 and it was passed under the powers given by the constitution in article 11, and this act defined the citizenship act, how people can acquire Indian citizenship and how can they lose it. Okay, so this is something that has been asked in 2021 prelims, so this is important for us. Okay.